don't know. I think I was in it towards the middle. I was in there when he was getting into the John 13 stuff.
Yes, I had
And
that down here.
what he said Jesus knew that not only did he know, but he understood that his time had come. That it was time to finish the work. And what I wrote down, what that speaks to me is that we have to stand on faith, and Pastor said it like this: you have to initiate a segment of time that causes his finished work to unfold.
Yeah.
Because you can you can sit there and say that you're XYZ denomination. You can sit there and say you're X, Y, and Z believer, whatever you want to call yourself, right? And you can use it and you can claim it and you can do whatever you want to it. But if you're not initiating the faith to walk in that finished work,
Hmm.
then you're wasting your time and your breath and your energy to chase after something you're never going to be able to achieve, because the only person who could achieve it has already done it, and his name was Jesus. And um you have the ability, and in Pastor's words, to synchronize your faith with the waves of his spirit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what does that mean? That means that you need to align what you believe in, what your faith is, where your faith is. You have to align that work with God's spirit, because if you're not, you're misaligned. You're missing the point. Not only just the point of what Jesus did, but you're missing the point of intersection where you finally come into contact and it changes something.
Yeah.
And it causes a transformation, because when you walk in faith and you finally accept Jesus and you move from the finish line, because that's what the cross was, the finish line. It's not the starting point, it's the finish line of that work.
Yes.
So that's something that I talk to my kids about all the time, because they always focus on the cross, and the cross should never be your focus. It's the work that was finished that should be the focus.
Correct.
So when you're moving past the finish line, you are you need something more than a faith that you had in a man that is dead, right? Because people look at Jesus like, oh, well, Jesus is gone, he's passed away. It's like, yeah, he is gone, but he's gone to heaven to prepare a place for you,
Yes.
to set a place in the laws, the courts of heaven, where he can sit there and be a mediation for you from the guilty bench to the judge that is the Father. And Jesus is going, no, 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 don't you remember? I paid this price already.
Yeah.
There's a line back there that I drew in the sand, and I said, if you walk on this side of the line with me and past it, because so many people hit that cross, and the religion stops them there, because then that's all they focus on. They focus on the cross and what the cross meant, and the cross is not, like Pastor was talking about. I think it was a Tuesday or last Sunday. The cross is terrible. It represented a horrible punishment for anyone, and not only that, it was a horrible punishment for a man who was innocent,
Yeah.
because Jesus never did anything wrong.
Hmm.
And the he was treated worse than Barabbas, who, for those of you who don't know, Barabbas isn't just a bad guy. He was an insurrectionist. He was someone who was causing riots,
Yes.
burning villages, killing and pillaging. Like, he was a very, very bad person.
Yeah.
And yet somehow, some way, and we all know it was the way of the enemy, and the religious mindset of the time, because they didn't want to give up their power for his. So they released a man who was horrible,
He was.
and they condemned a man who was innocent and only ever loved, like you said,